What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM, guys. Welcome back to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy, and welcome back to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. So, everybody, real quick, guys, if you do me a solid and just partner with me to get the word out, and if you would share the show with somebody that you believe would benefit from listening to this. And also, if you wouldn't mind, or if you don't know somebody that would, if you would not mind leaving a review and rating the show for me, that would be amazing. Well, everybody, I want to jump straight into this. And it's so funny because I actually did not plan this, but this is what's going to happen. It's January 1st. And at least I believe this episode is going out right before January 1st. I think December 31st is when this is going to go out. And it's about future me. And I'm not into New Year's resolutions or anything like that. Here's why. Because if the year is going to decide why I should change, and the end of a year and the beginning of a year is the reason why I'm changing, I'm actually never going to change and never going to grow, and I'm just a victim. I'm a victim of what is happening, and I'm choosing to operate in that versus me being in charge of my life, me planning out my life, and deciding the next moves that I'm going to take and execute in my life. But I did want to talk about future me, and here's why. Every day, I get to decide who I am going to be. I get to decide whether I'm going to be the person I was yesterday, I'm going to be the same as I was yesterday, or I get to decide that I'm going to grow and change today into the person that I wanted to be, right? I get to decide if I'm going to be honorable and if I'm going to grow into a more honorable man. I get to decide if I'm going to grow into a trustworthy person. I get to decide those things. I get to decide if I'm going to grow and learn to work better and learn to work more efficiently and to find the real work faster. I get to decide that. I get to decide who I want to be. And that is the decision that's been placed in my hand. And I'm saying this because I see this a lot, and I have done this a lot as well, is I get stuck in the past, and I've seen other people get stuck in the past simply because they won't let go. I was talking to my wife about how when we don't let go of things that have been done to us or mistakes that we have made, we actually never leave that moment in time. It just sticks with us, and we repeat that cycle till we really let go. And forgiveness is so big. Forgiveness is such a huge part of our lives. You can actually never move forward unless you forgive. And forgiveness is more for you personally than it is actually for the person who's done something to you. Forgiveness is actually really for yourself and for you today to leave and get out of that moment in time where you got trapped with bitterness, where you got trapped with frustration, where you got trapped with blaming, right? And part of forgiveness includes forgiving yourself. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is forgiveness is one of the steps to let go of past mistakes that you've made. It's also letting go of past relationships or past moments in time that have hurt you or been hurtful toward you. And if you don't forgive, you're never going to become the person that you need to be. You'll never become the person that you want to be. And those are two different people. There's the person that you must be, and then there's also the person that you want to be. The person I must be is I must be a faithful husband. Why? I must be a man of my word. What is the result of me not being a man of my word? What is the result of me not actually keeping my promises to my friends, to my spouse, to my wife, to the people that love and trust me? What are the consequences of that? And it's like, wow, there is duty and requirement on my life for these things. And I get to decide that. I get to decide if this really matters or not. It's my choice. And honestly, it does matter whether you believe it does or not, right? I can believe that 2 + 2 = 5, and sure, great. I can believe that all day, but that's not going to be the truth of things. And so I'm saying this because as we move into the new year, and ironically, I'm doing this episode on December 31st, as we move into the new year, it is literally you get to decide who you want to be. And if you haven't decided yet and you're only going to do it because it's the new year, pause. I'd encourage you not to do another New Year's resolution, because here's something that will happen. If you don't really decide that I'm going to do this for me, and you're going to do it out of what's best for you, you'll continue to make decisions to where you lie to yourself about it. And I'm speaking from experience. I've done all this. You are going to make decisions where you lie to yourself and you let yourself down. And then because you're not a trustworthy person, you don't even believe in yourself. And oftentimes we don't believe we can do it because we lied to ourselves about doing it so much and then never actually doing it. So That being said, guys, I'm just going to leave it there, and I'm out of time. So I'll catch you later. Peace.